All right, we're back home. We did it. Ironman at Chattanooga, complete. Man, that was more of a race of survival, as you'll find out. And it really was a race between the three of us. A tough day out. A lot of people out there struggled. Pretty high DNF rate. Hot day. But yeah, we managed to all get it done. And amazingly, we recorded this recap right after the race ended and after I got out of the med tent. Thank you guys so much for staying tuned to this series. It was so fun to do together. But without further ado, let's get into it.
We'll cut straight to the chase. Yeah. Final results. Cody, 12 hours and 3 minutes. Number one.
He was number one.
Ethan, 12 hours and 30 minutes. Travis, 12 hours, 34 minutes.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh man, so I didn't beat my old Ironman time. That's a revelation live. Lost my old Ironman time by 2 minutes. Okay, well.
The hottest race I've ever done.
Yeah.
By
A loss. It was really windy too on the bike, which I think kind of broke all of us for the run. Mm-hmm. Our pacing strategies just went out the window. Yeah.
survive. Yeah, you mean our sub 4 hour marathons?
We were all off the bike within 5 minutes.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I mean, we were all within. Sorry, I don't even know if you knew this, but I was only, I think, 4 minutes behind you on the swim, and then Cody was 2 minutes behind me.
Wow. That's amazing. You guys killed it.
Pretty low expectations because we found out this morning it was not a wetsuit swim.
No wetsuits, so hoping my husband doesn't drown.
And Travis is really excited about the no wetsuit because he thinks it's advantage for him. So
Travis is gonna win the swim. Yeah, for sure.
And I was scared. And whatever. I thought the race was over. I'm like, I'm just surviving this thing. I just started swimming. I felt like I needed to hold back because I didn't want to blow myself up. But I ended up like doing an average of 130 per 100. Finished right under an hour, which was way better than I could have ever thought. Definitely the fastest swim.
I gotta ask, how do you swim so fast? I mean, we have both seen you swim before, and like, I have no idea.
I think it's because Brittany told me to reach. Like, a couple days ago, she told me to work on my reach. That's all I thought about. It's like reaching as far as I can and trying to glide.
That's it.
That's amazing.
I'm like, oh, maybe I should actually listen.
I was so scared when I heard that you were so close behind.
Yeah.
I was like, well, there goes my...
I honestly thought I was like 20 minutes behind him. I'm like, well, whatever.
Yeah, we all hopped in the water at the same time. I felt like a minute into the swim. I get kicked in the face. Goggle comes off, and then the seals, like, I'm like, oh, I got water in my eye. I can't really see. So I flip on my back, and I pull him off, and I'm like shaking him. I put it back on. I do 3 strokes. Immediately water fills my right eye. I'm like, oh, I must have done it wrong. Pull it off again. I'm on my back again. I'm shaking him. Put it back on. I'm like, well, that's just not going to happen. So then I swim the entire way, but like, whatever, 55 minutes after that with my right eye closed. And I only breathe on my right side. So I couldn't really see.
Oh.
So then I realized like that was not working because I probably 10 to 15 minutes after that, I'm like way left. And I have one of the kayakers who's like, yo, bro, you got to go that way.
Wow.
Like, I should look at this map. But I'm like, all right. So I starts coming back there. I bump into this person in front of me. I'm like, I'm just going to follow the feet. I don't even care if it's a good swimmer. I don't care where she's going. I'm hopefully straight. And then I stopped sighting and was like, all I can do, because I could look underwater well. 57 minutes. I was shooting for under an hour. Felt good. It's like, honestly, I can't imagine Travis is that far ahead of me. One of them yells at me like he's 4 minutes ahead. I'm like, oh, shit, I'm right there. And then the next thing I know, Cody's walking in with 10 behind me. I was like, that bastard. I don't know, I was shocked.
Everything started off pretty well for me. Jumped in the water, and I was like, I'm just going to have the easiest swim ever because I know my struggle will be against them on the bike and the run. I just struggled to pee. I'm sure you guys do too. Yeah, it's so hard to do. We have to mention how good the tri-suits were real quick.
So good.
I think maybe the compression was so good that it made it hard to pee.
It was so too tight.
Yeah. Yeah, finally pee, and it was like you, the best feeling ever. And then I couldn't swim fast, but I found some good feet, and just like you, just hung on to feet, didn't have to sight. Felt so good getting out of the water until Eden told me your guys' time when I just left transition that you were that close to me, and I thought I'd have a much bigger lead. But I wasn't worried at all at that point. I felt great, and I started the bike feeling good, and then I looked down probably like mile 5 going uphill, and I saw I left the bottom half of my swim skin on. So yeah, so that was mistake number 1 of many. I then had to pull over at the news station and pull it off and shove it down the back of my tri-suit and rode the whole way with it. That was pretty bad.
First transition was, I think, 2 minutes exactly. I met Ethan in the little transition tent, and then we left on the bike together.
Wow.
And I immediately dropped Ethan. I wasn't going to have any part of riding with him.
But I was like, this man gonna blow himself up.
Yeah. I held on. I held on. That last lap hurt.
Yeah.
But my only goal was number 1 to find Travis. I found him.
I could not believe you did. And you went by me just, hey man, how's it going? And I'm in the hurt locker already.
And I was going by the other way when he caught it.
That's right.
I was like, there's the boys.
There he is.
The
The bike hurt on the last lap, so it's like 30-mile laps. My quads were cramping on the uphills. I'm like, yeah, the tailwind coming back from the lap was pretty fun, but the headwind is just brutal. So bad. Especially the third lap, I was like barely able to go 16 miles an hour on the flats. Just like giving it all I had, trying not to die.
And then you were going
80-some degrees. I'm like, I knew the run was going to be bad, but I didn't know how bad it was going to be. So I just started drinking only electrolytes. Like, I've got to prep myself for this run. I got off, had a really smooth transition off the bike. I was pretty happy about that.
So then I hop on the bike. The bike course was pretty much like, this is how I ended up feeling. First lap, everyone came out hot. It was like still pretty cool out.
Yeah.
Which was nice. And the wind wasn't very strong either.
Yeah.
So that first lap out on it, like, I feel pretty good. On the hills, I pushed hard. I passed some people. And then every flat and every downhill, all of the tri bikes were passing me.
And what were your thoughts at that time when Cody had dropped you and you were just on your own? Did you think you'd ever see us again?
Yeah, I was like, I knew that I was going to do my first lap, try and like focus on nutrition and not push it too much. And I did it. And then I'm like, it was really easy. Every time you guys passed me, I would count. I'd look at my watch and I'd count how long it took me to get to that spot. So I'm like, all right, I'm 5 minutes behind. And then the next lap we did, I was 10 minutes or 12 minutes behind. And so then we get to that third lap. And at this point, super hot out, super windy.
Yeah.
All the tri bikes are starting to lose their spunk. And I was like, I need to make something happen. So I pedaled as hard as I possibly could that last 30 miles. Like, yeah, it was a really good lap.
Probably think you might have beaten us if you had aero bar.
See, it sounds like I'm being a sore loser.
Yeah.
At the same time, I feel like I pushed, I would say, almost positively the fastest non-aero bike on the course. I was exactly 6 hours and 3 minutes or something on the bike.
I so wish you guys had power meters.
I know.
Well, I have to pull up the Strava estimate, because I think you guys way outpowered me. I haven't seen my average yet.
So I knew as well that my run wasn't going to be that great because they are assuming that my Achilles wouldn't hold up. So I pushed really hard on the bike. I have no regrets. Like, that was as fast as I could have done it. Left it on all out there.
So we're currently using their meal vouchers, so thank you so much.
For hauling us on the bike. Probably struggling.
Really hot.
Yeah.
It feels like it's 100 degrees
It
out.
was really hot walking here, so...
Yeah, we can't imagine how it is on a damn bike. But yeah, Cody and Travis are really, really close right now, and I think Ethan's about like a 10-minute window, so we'll see how they go.
So I was just trying to keep you guys within reach, and then my goal was to start running, and if somehow my Achilles was good, then I was going to shoot for 4.5 on the run, and it did not happen.
A lot of the ride felt really good, especially that beginning part was nice and cool. And I do think you were right. Everybody was pushing so hard, and I was trying to keep the gap on you guys. I really didn't think, because I was feeling so good and going so fast. Like, the speed was really high that I didn't think Cody or Ethan had a chance, especially not Ethan because he didn't have the aero. And I felt really aero and a good setup on my bike. So when mile 40 came along and Cody caught up to me, I was so disheartened because he looked so good. He was so happy. And that was when I was finally starting to feel it, especially on those headwind sections. But it was great because, you know, you dropped Ethan, didn't want any part of him. But I was like, I'm not letting this guy out of my sight, because if he's gone, he's the best runner anyways, then there's no hope. So I started to just hang on. And I think maybe after you caught me, you were kind of like satisfied a little bit, like mission accomplished. I caught him, because I felt like you should have gone on ahead of me. But yeah, I just felt I was, my position on the bike's a little more aero than yours just naturally. But you would catch me on the hill, and then I'd catch you on the downhill, and it was pretty much like that to like a mile the whole rest of the ride.
They struggling a lot,
but otherwise nutrition was really good. The legs felt okay, but pacing was so off because of the headwind. It was really hard to stick to numbers. Cody had finally dropped me, gone down the hill, started coming back up on the turnaround for the last lap. And I was like, I still felt pretty good at that point. I didn't want to let him go, but I started going uphill, and then all of a sudden this canopy that was left alone, not secured, just blew across the road and completely took out this guy going downhill at probably 30, 40 miles an hour. And just pure miracle, he was okay. I don't know how. It was one of the roughest crashes I've ever seen. Bike obliterated, parts everywhere. And I was the first one there. I was on the other side going up the hill. So I just threw my bike, ran over to him. He was in shock, and he was just evaluating himself. And I was just trying to tell him to calm down, like take your time, because he was trying to like stir to get up and stuff. And I was like, something surely is broken. There is no way. He was pretty torn and cut off, bad road rash. But the main problem was the tent was all over the road, and people were going 40 miles an hour down the fastest point of the course. So finally some other guy joined me, and we just started grabbing pieces, and then we would go to drag the campy off so we would get out of the way. People are going left and right around us, dodging all his parts, and his bike is stuck in the tent. So we're having to tear the tent and get it out, and that was a mess. So thankfully, miraculously, he was okay, but his bike was bust up. And the police, to be fair, and the ambulance were really quick to get to him. But I didn't even leave the scene by the time they got to him. So, and then because I threw my bike down on the ground, my chain had dropped, and then because we were going uphill, it was just a mission it just kept dropping off. I'm so glad I had a 50-37. I was one of the only people I feel like not spinning out. I could always push power down the hills, and on the tailwind. So I caught everybody on the tailwind section. Nobody was riding faster than me, so I felt really good. And I had a glimmer of hope, even though Cody was with me. And I told him when I saw him, I was like, dude, go on and win this race. Like, crush it. He looked so good. I was like, this guy's going to Kona. Like, he's having a blinder. So I was so stoked for him. Like, the competition was out the window in my head at this point. But I was like, there was a glimmer. Like, if we got off the bike together, anything can happen on the run. It's so hot. But then the last 12 miles of the bike, when I hit 100, was just, I don't think I pedaled all the way back into town. Got into transition.
Cody's a couple minutes ahead!
Holy damn, he's tired. Yeah, he's just walking.
Cody, as I got into transition, he was starting on the run, looking like, what's up, man? My brother. And I was like, oh boy, he's one. I'll have to enjoy this photo of him in my living room for a long time.
Oh, you'll enjoy it.
And we still are. So I didn't have much hope to do a marathon at that point. Ethan and I both, when I saw him, his eyes were bloodshot. He looked like he'd been through war. I was so impressed to see him in transition when he did, because he was so far behind us. I could not believe the power he must have pushed to get there. So yeah, I started the run, and I thought Ethan and I were going to run together. And yeah, that didn't happen. I was surprised because I was not running fast.
And you're like, oh, I'll see you out there. Like, wow, yeah, I'll see him out there. And then I start running, and I didn't. Well, as we'll find out.
You look a lot stronger than Travis did.
I had talked to him later.
Unfortunately, Cody looks really strong.
So I start running. I made it to mile 2, and my left Achilles, which was my good one, starts like seizing up. Okay. So I start kind of favoring the right side, and I had been trying to do 10-minute miles. It's like, I can't do this. It's like 7 out of 10 pain. So I go back to 12. Like, I'm just going to try and hold 12 for a while, whatever, 11 and a half. Held that for the 8 miles till you get to the bridge. I go over the bridge, that first hill, I start like I'm jogging, literally my right foot like hits the ground and my calf just seizes up, and then my right calf and then my left calf. So I got the double seize up on my calves, and this guy behind me is like yelling at me. He's like, "Hey, do you need salt?" I'm like, I think so. I can't. I'm up. He's like, "Yeah." So he gives me this, I don't know, like tiny little thing. Like, oh, that'll fix it. No. 4 minutes later, I'm double cramping again. Oh, like okay. So then, that also horrible part of that course. It's like the 2 loops. That loop was only 5 miles, and that loop I think took me an hour and 20 minutes to do 5 miles. I walked almost the entire thing. I couldn't stop seizing. I'm so tired.
Do you regret encouraging Travis to sign up for this?
No, of course not. And I found someone to run with for a little bit, and then he started seizing up, fell behind. Like, I'm just trying to run 12-minute miles, bro. Like, I need someone to run with. And this guy, my hero, came out of nowhere. He's like, Gage, like, yo, dude. I was walking. Yeah, come on, you should run. All right. So I started running next to him, and then we just hit it off, and he waited for me every time I started like seizing up. Like, eat some salt, I'll get you water, whatever. And we just ran together the entire rest of the way, all the way to the finish. And that was when my pace went from like 13 and a half to 11 and a half. So we would try and run every aid station to aid station unless I seized up. So then I get to mile 25.8, and there you are on the bridge, the final bridge. Like, Travis, bro!
The first time we've seen each other.
Yeah, I had not seen you since.
Which is crazy because there's so many out and backs. Like, we should have seen each other. Yeah, I never even saw Cody.
So then, yeah, I come up on Travis. Run with us, bro. He's like, I'm good. I'm done. He's like, oh, okay. So then I run as fast as I could to the finish line. With my left foot was pointed in to make sure my calves wouldn't cramp. He's like, yeah, this is bad. But we finished 4 minutes ahead of you. Between you, 7 minutes ahead or behind Cody. It's just, yeah, courage. I honestly thought I was gonna walk for 20 out of the 26 miles, so I'm thrilled. Oh, kind of hard not to cry.
Yeah, I had tears come up. But I pushed them back because I wanted a pretty cool picture. On the run, I'm like, I think we do sub 9 minute pace. And I did sub 9 minute for 8 miles. And then I just fell off that train, like so hard. And then it was like walk run, 14-minute miles. The rest of it, my quads were cramping every step.
14 minutes?
Yeah.
I thought I was doing bad at 12.
No, it was so bad. It got to a point I was walking the downhills because it would cramp up so bad. But I just didn't want them to catch me, so I kept pushing. I got to see him on the run. No, I didn't see Travis.
I didn't see you.
I missed him every time for some reason. But I saw Ethan twice, which was super cool. So I figured Travis was somewhere in between. I knew I had some time. But yeah, it was such a good race. It really grew. Such a good race.
I probably sit off about 10-minute miles. 10:30s. Heart rate was a little high, so I kept trying to peter it back. The one thing I did really well was just manage the heat on the run. In comparison to the bike, I was struggling, but the headband, not sponsored or anything, really does make a difference. And then also this trick I saw on Instagram like the day before or 2 days ago where you fill a Ziploc bag of the ice at each aid station and you just put it in the back of your neck and then you can hold it in your hand. For some reason, that ice was not melting fast, which was so weird. So, especially in the Ziploc. So,
Step in my suit, stayed there the entire run.
that suit was insane. I put ice in my pocket and stayed there for like 10 months. Wow. So, yeah, I was just like, oh, whatever. As long as I beat Ethan at this point.
Did you have people yelling daily try?
All the time.
Me too.
It was so cool. And thank you to everybody that did that. It was.
I had so many people who wanted me to tell you, like, I fucking love the channel. I subscribed. I watched every video.
Wow.
I saw the video about you guys training for this.
No way.
You gotta
Yeah.
catch him.
Yeah,
I don't think I could catch him, but I'll try.
so good. All of a sudden, and we see the girls, and they told me that Ethan was like 5 minutes behind, which that lit a fire under me because it was probably like 8 miles in, and I thought, there's no way he's only 5-minute miles, because at that point I was running pretty steady, not great, but like 10-minute miles. And I was like, man, he's doing really well. So I thought there might be a war between us, or we might be running together soon. But then all of a sudden, that started ballooning out, and the next time I saw the girls, they were like, Ethan's really hurting. And they also told me, though, that Cody was really struggling, and that he was only 22 minutes up at that point. And that was probably about the halfway point, was it?
I don't want a shrine of Cody in my living room.
So 22 minutes, half marathon. I that's right when I started feeling good.
I actually feel really good.
It was right when you go into that tunnel, and it's just so loud cheering you. The whole course was insane. I got goosebumps. So yeah, all of a sudden I had this pep in my step, and I started running 9:30s, some 9-minute splits, and I was like, I'm gonna catch Cody, because they said you were looking really rough, that you were nauseous, that you were smiling. So I really thought I had it in you. Then I did get one more split that you were 17 minutes then ahead of me, and I was like, I got this. I got people to run with. I'm actually cool. But my legs were really suffering. My feet, I always struggle with my feet. And I just was like, why did I pace the bike so poorly? I was like, and I think we were all thinking that, because we were like,
Yeah.
we can't actually run. We're just doing the Ironman shuffle and hobbling along. It was survival. But I still had hope, because I never saw Cody, and I thought he was going to come back to me. I was a little worried he was going to DNF. So I was actually like, Cody deserves to win because he was the fittest. So I'm glad he won in the end. And honestly, he's been on top of it all week leading up into this race. He's been organized. Like, the fact that it's his first triathlon ever is absolutely nuts.
Kind of iconic.
And it's absolutely iconic. And man, and he looked so good on the bike and beginning of the run. He just deserved to win. So I was a little worried he was going to DNF, because when they kept saying he's running 14-minute miles, he's nauseous. So I really thought I was going to catch him, though. So it was like this catch-22, because I was like, I don't want his face in my living room. I hope he finishes.
Which is also funny because all they had told you was like Ethan stuff.
Yeah, and at that point, I really thought Ethan was going to DNF.
I did too.
I did too.
But then 24 miles came, and I lost Josh on the uphill. He's a great power walker. I was walking backwards. I was trying to keep up with him. I was trying to do everything, and I couldn't keep up with him, and that just broke me. Like, I don't know what happened in that moment. I forgot to mention one huge thing is, in the lead up to this race, I got like, we swam the Tennessee River to test it out. We all regretted doing it.
I said it was a bad idea.
Over the last couple nights, I've had this sore throat. Not that bad, but then I experienced that while I was running, or it started towards the end of the bike, and I just really struggled to take a deep breath at all. I figured it was something to do with this river throat, I guess we call it. And I just couldn't. Every time I tried to take a deep breath, I would cough. So my heart rate was like 130 running,
Me too.
and I couldn't get it up. I couldn't get oxygen at all. So the more that the race went on, after 24 miles, when I couldn't breathe properly, I started getting a little lightheaded. And I wasn't eating as much from the aid stations. Yeah, I could not run. At that point, I was in a dark place, thinking I might not finish. You'd think maybe I'd be upset that you caught me so close to the end. I couldn't go with you, and you looked so good. But that's when I finally got emotional. I hadn't been emotional the rest of the race. But I just immediately got like so much pressure in my head, because I was like, you didn't DNF. And so I got super emotional. We finally hit the downhill section in the finish line. The spectators again were insane. High-fiving us all the way in.
Such a good finish.
Such a brother. Nice.
I was only a little bit in front of you, so I just waited at the finish line.
I was toast. I mean, you guys might be able to explain it a little better, because I don't really remember a lot.
Travis went like ghostly white.
Yeah.
And then he had sat down. I can't breathe, and I'm dizzy, and like I'm just gonna lie down for a sec. Oh, that's a little odd. He seemed okay. And then within 5 minutes, it was like, all right, we're taking him to the medical tent. It's like, he does not look good, and he kept talking about things that didn't feel right, and he got really cold. So we took him over there. Eventually got him to the doctor, and they helped him out, getting who knows what.
Yeah, more. I mean, strapped up. I got IVs, and they were a little worried about me. My blood pressure was super low, but it wasn't anything too major. It was just mainly that I couldn't breathe, that they put me on oxygen.
He looked horrible.
Yeah. But after, I felt good. I still feel good right now. And yeah, bone broth they gave me tasted the best thing I ever tasted in the world.
Yeah.
I was so stoked that these guys finished. I got emotional in the med tent so many times. This has been a special journey for the three of us. Like, who gets to do this? Whenever I would tell people our story, they would be like, what the hell? Why don't I have any cool friends doing this? Like,
It was so much fun.
so awesome.
So the questions are, both of you. One, are you going to do another Ironman with us?
Absolutely not. I think this race probably retired me. I feel like I was perfectly trained for 70.3. So maybe I'll do a half with you guys. Yeah. But I don't see it. It was a special one. It'd be hard to recreate what we just did, you know.
Maybe I'll do another one. I will actually train better next time. And learn how to pace a bike.
The more important question, though, is do you know what photo you're going to put in our houses?
100%.
Oh boy. Well, obviously,
Oh, yeah.
I'll update you with that photo in due time. Thank you guys so much for tuning in for this part of the journey. So yeah, that's how it panned out since then. As cliche as it gets, immediately the next day, despite being super sick, and Ethan being so sore with his Achilles and his feet, and Cody as well being honestly the worst soreness muscularly out of the three of us, we all got together. We all were texting each other back and forth about signing up for our next one. I think they were like me. They just want to master this and have a good race. And all of us think we can beat each other. Cody thinks he can beat us by more. Ethan and I think we could have beat him in this race if several things had happened in our favor. So yeah, it looks like we're going to do another one next year. And honestly, it's been so fun doing it with them, making the videos, the whole story of it. It's been brilliant. So make sure you stay tuned for that. And thank you to everybody that we met on course. There were so many of you. That was so awesome. And makes it even that much more special. So guys, I'm off to Kona now. We'll see ya in the next one.